I'm ready. Woo! Hello, this is a new episode of Pints and Pages. I'm Nick.
I'm Brad.
I'm Levi.
I'm Nate.
And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, share, notifications, all that fun shit. Subscribe. Make sure that if you're listening to us on Spotify or Google or Amazon or iTunes or whatever else we're on. I think we're on a few more, but
A bunch of shit.
yeah, throw up that like, subscribe to the channel, do all that fun stuff. Just push us, because we're trying to get there.
Do it.
So yeah. Other than that, enjoy the show today, and we are going to discuss Daredevil Born Again. And I'm going to start by the fact that I made this statement earlier, and I will gloss over it as we continue through this whole entire podcast. And that is, with the exception of Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool, Vincent D'Onofrio is the best casted member of the MCU as Kingpin. Vincent D'Onofrio is perfectly cast. I can now not think of Kingpin and not see Vincent D'Onofrio. I still see, don't get me wrong, the absurdity of how large he was in the cartoons. It is awesome. But Vincent D'Onofrio, to me, is perfectly cast. He perfectly plays that character. Somebody posted on, I saw a thing on Facebook. I don't know if it could have been AI generated for all I know, but it had, some lady had put a screenshot of Daredevil Born Again. Oh, it was the Rotten Tomatoes, because it's certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes because it got a good rating. And the lady posted underneath it that, I think it was on Twitter, Disney Plus ruined this, it's a terrible show, blah, blah, blah. And Vincent D'Onofrio replied to her and just said something like, then just don't watch, dumbass. So it was like, yeah. But anyway, I enjoyed the first two episodes. I don't understand at this point, I just have to believe that if you don't like it, you're just one of those people that just sits and finds reasons not to be happy.
I mean, I can agree with that. We're only 2 episodes in, so in my opinion, anyone who has an opinion about the show, it's null and void. Your opinion doesn't matter if we're not halfway through the show.
Well,
because we haven't seen anything yet.
And
We've seen 2 fucking episodes. We've seen...
I'll only argue that because of the past with the Netflix seasons. To me, that's the only justification you can give on putting out a verdict. I enjoyed the first 2 episodes. I thought it was a continuation of Netflix. The Netflix shows, it was kind of how I wanted it. It's perfectly placed right after the things of Hawkeye and the things of Echo. And I think that it perfectly aligns with what the street level MCU is trying to accomplish. And I thought the first 2 episodes were well done. Would I have, spoiler alert, would I have liked to have seen Foggy Nelson die? Probably not. But I think that was like a sort of, we need to put Nelson and Paige in the show, but we don't have any long-term plans for them, so there's no reason for them to continue to be in the show.
Yeah, we're gonna kill him and she's gonna be a bitch.
Yeah, like...
we can get her drug addict story from the comics.
Like, Ned, and you brought up Ned earlier, Ned, has a clear place in Spider-Man lore as Hobgoblin. So, Ned, continuing to be in the background of Spider-Man's world makes sense. I get it. Foggy and Page have that in the Daredevil. They're always there, but like whether or not, I don't think they have a long-term plan for them in the MCU. So there was probably no reason to keep
I
them
haven't
around.
read a shit ton of Daredevil comics, but what I have read, they're not relevant characters anyways to his story.
Correct.
They're relevant to his lawyer aspect of it, but
yeah, they're just flavor characters.
Yeah.
Like,
and I love those two characters, but
without them. They're not
I am curious, and I was thinking of this while we were all sitting there because I finished the second episode before we started this. Do you think how long do you think it'll be till we see him go back into the suit?
tomorrow.
Do you think it'll be next episode?
Next episode.
See,
what
all
is
the
that
way
release? What is
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
all the way up until like the last 5 minutes, where more spoilers. He beats the fuck out of those cops in the apartment. I thought we were going to get the whole first season of him just being a lawyer, and this was going to be a full, like, what She-Hulk did not do.
I don't know what the next episode is titled.
I don't look at it normally.
I could foresee where the next episode is him trying to figure out how to get Hector out of jail, and then all of a sudden him as Daredevil and Hector as White Tiger are like
kicking cops' asses,
trying to find out where the bad guy cop thing comes from.
And I bet the chief is going to help him out.
Yes.
I think that it's going to do nothing. Basically, it's going to accomplish what Fisk wants. Everyone's going to turn on the vigilantes. Like, we see the documentary or whatever that's being recorded, like, throughout the show of that lady talking to people, and most of them are like, hey, we need Daredevil back, blah, blah, blah. But all of the establishment, like the cops, the mayors, all of the government people, the city people, fucking hate him. And I think that basically, if Dad's correct and Daredevil and White Tiger team up, it's just going to be Matt no longer being a lawyer. Because I think he'll end up being outed. I don't think we get out of this show without him getting outed. With how many people are learning his identity or know his identity.
The cops won't be able to out him.
Oh, I'm not saying specifically with the cops.
And I don't think Fisk outs him because I don't think that benefits Fisk. So, but you may not be wrong. But, thank you, Marvel, by the way. TBA, to be announced, is the episode 3 name.
Nice.
Yeah, because they're dicks. So,
well, my thing is Fisk basically, they had the agreement of Fisk doesn't do anything, I'll put in quotes, agreement. Fisk doesn't do anything illegal. He stays on his straight and narrow path being the mayor. He'll stay a lawyer. Well, if he ends up breaking his half, we all know Kingpin's going to break his half no matter what. But if he breaks his half, all Kingpin has to do is go, well, you fucked up. Here's your identity.
Yeah, well,
I think
more
Kingpin doesn't out people.
No, he typically doesn't.
I think Kingpin will use it as a reference point to keep Daredevil at bay, maybe, or to turn the city against Daredevil, one or the other.
I think by the end of this series, the city turns against Daredevil.
So, so obviously we're getting White Tiger. Did anybody notice the cop when because you were watching intently, did you notice the cop that grabbed Matt and shoved him against the thing?
I had the Punisher tattoo.
He had the Punisher tattoo on his...
Which I thought was ballsy of Disney.
Don't forget, Matt Murdock doesn't know that tattoo's there.
He does not.
No, he didn't.
He does not.
He can't see it. He can't hear it.
Right.
He can't feel
that
it.
was like, that's the kind of shit, it's like...
Yeah, we know it's there, but he doesn't. It also brings up a good point. So, like, are the cops working with Punisher?
I think they stand with Punisher is what that's symbolizing.
So,
I don't think they stand with Punisher. I think they've made up this fucking half-cocked fucking idea that, oh, we could kill the bad guys the way we want to if we're quiet, and we can be like Punisher.
I guess
we're
that's
cops, so we're
that's
better.
more of what I meant.
I wonder.
Fucking bootlickers.
Yeah, I wonder if. Yeah, I wonder if they're more like cops. Like, yeah, they're like,
They're
Oh,
like any
man.
cop
I mean,
that drives around with the Predator fucking sticker on their goddamn Dodge Ram.
yeah,
It's
and I
black
think
and
that
jet.
they,
You
to
said
the
Predator. I mean, you mean Punisher.
Punisher, that's what I mean.
I was gonna say that's why I said it was
Punisher.
ballsy, is because of all the thin blue line stuff and the real life that happens, and how all of the police take that Punisher skull and love it to death.
yeah, I
And they
think
won't
it'll
pull
end up being to where like Frank Castle is trying to figure out why the police are doing supposedly the Punisher's work without his, like, he's like, I never wanted this. Like, this
He's
isn't
being-
who I wanted.
He's
Like,
being idolized and doesn't want it.
yeah, like, I did this because my family was fucked up and I only want to punish the bad, but they're punishing everybody. And, shit like that.
Which would
So,
explain how John Bernthal gets into this.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we
I
do know
would think
he's
so.
coming into the series.
Yeah, I would think so. I don't think we see him until maybe episode 4 or 5, maybe even 6. I don't think we get him next episode, but I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of the next episode, Daredevil's in his suit, Murdoch's in his suit.
Which also, maybe. I was gonna say which could explain how we get to the Punisher so quickly, but
I don't think
The
they
pic-
hold Punisher off until the end of the season.
the pictures I've seen, I don't know where these pictures originate from, and they don't remind me of the Punisher show, so I don't think it's from that series. But the pictures I've seen are not him in any of his Punisher get up with the fucking.
Oh, I
Black
have
Skull.
seen that.
Okay, I
in the
haven't.
trailer,
I
he
haven't watched the trailer.
throws Murdoch in the Daredevil costume, and he's in full Punisher gear into like a group of lockers. Actually, Murdoch may not be in the Daredevil outfit.
No,
he might just be in a suit.
He was just in a suit. And
Yeah,
I think he
and
was
then
wearing
when
like a
he's-
sweatshirt.
And then when he says Frank, and then Frank realizes he's Daredevil. So yeah, it's then he stops beating the shit out of him.
and
So,
he has like long hair and a long ass beard too.
I did not remember that.
I know the pictures I've been seeing have him with a big ass bushy beard. Like he's basically been hiding himself.
Yeah. So,
I enjoy the show, I will say.
I
love
thought it was
it.
good.
I thought it was good.
I think the first two
Power
episodes
bomb was
are
a little
great.
sloppy, but effective.
Yeah.
My only complaint, I don't know if it's because of where our TV's positioned and the fact that I watched it with all of the sunlight hitting the room.
Yeah.
But all of the dark scenes, I could barely tell what the fuck
That's
was
because
happening.
you watched it at the wrong time of the day. That's why I won't watch TV.
You had the
lunchtime
immersive
anymore.
experience.
I did.
Yeah,
Well, that's why I
it's
normally
like
watch it on
watching
this
from Matt
fucking
Murdoch's
monitor.
perspective.
Yeah.
I see vague outlines.
Yeah.
We should have just had Kyle throw punches at you while you were.
Yeah, that's why I won't watch TV in there at lunch, because I can't see anything that's dark. Like, so I just turn on YouTube and watch Tim.
Unless you have blackout curtains in your room
Yeah.
during the daytime, you won't be able to watch it.
Yeah, so, but yeah, and there's definitely, I'm sure the rest of the show will be obscenely dark also.
Well, it always is, and I enjoy that.
Yeah. So, I did see news, and I guess this kind of correlates, because I'll ask a question, because we are getting, I mean, obviously we've already had White Tiger, and then we're definitely getting Punisher. We know that. I saw news this week that supposedly in Secret Wars, Oscar Isaac
Yes.
is going to play both Apocalypse and Moon Knight.
I would love that. That would be awesome.
So he's going to play a version of Apocalypse, because he was Apocalypse in the X-Men Apocalypse. They said they are going to change his makeup and his suit, because obviously he looked terrible.
He
in
looked
that
awful.
X-Men.
Oscar Isaac as Apocalypse.
Yeah, in
Oh.
X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to play both Apocalypse and Moon Knight in
In
Secret
Secret-
Wars.
I don't see a problem with that.
So I don't see a problem with it at all. It begs the question: when do they bring Moon Knight back?
They could bring him into
Do
the
you-
Daredevil show if they wanted.
I was like, do you think that he gets a name drop?
I'm hoping for a name drop. That's all I am at most expecting out of this show.
Because I was shocked. I guess I wasn't shocked. But when Fisk name dropped Spider-Man and Punisher in his speech, and then what we get is White Tiger, who he doesn't name drop in his speech, I thought was weird. But that begs the question: do we get a Moon Knight, do we get a Moon Knight or maybe even a She-Hulk name drop by the end of the season?
She-Hulk's more likely. The only reason I say no with Moon Knight is because while people do know him, normally he operates by night and tries to keep his name out of the headlights, but he's not normally one that shows up on the newspapers. It's Daredevil takes that fame. He's just there.
Yeah, it is funny too because if I remember correctly, in the timeline of the Spider-Man movies, at this point, if we're in the MCU sacred timeline,
Which we are.
Matt Murdock would not know
He knows
Peter
who
Parker
Spider-Man
with
is.
Spider-Man.
He knows of Spider-Man.
It doesn't know Peter
He
Parker.
doesn't know
So,
who Peter Parker is.
Something I think that we will find out that it is as simple as Spider-Man in his suit going, "Hey, I'm Peter," and people be like, "Oh my God, that's right! Now I remember." And like all the memory flashes back to him. All he has to do is just re-reveal his identity.
Because I could see that because the way they formed the spell was everybody forgets who he is. Not that it's erased from their memory.
Yeah, they just forget. Yeah, so they can remember somehow.
It's kind of like they make that same joke in that movie because Strange says we've used this spell for way less after, and then Wong's like, "What do you mean?" He says something along the lines of, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Don't you remember the Comertage party or whatever?" And Wong's like, "No." And he's like, "That's right."
Yeah, I wonder if Daredevil will. I definitely don't think we get Spider-Man in this show.
I don't think we get Spider-Man.
I don't think we get Spider-Man.
He's been in Spider-Man though.
Has been in Spider-Man.
So,
but it was prior to forgetting that Peter Parker was.
Except for the fact that,
what would be interesting is if we did get Spider-Man, and Matt Murdock could tell he was Peter Parker from the way that his heart beat, or his gait, or his smell. Or his smell, or something. That would be cool.
No,
I don't know that we'll get that, but that would be cool.
He has legal documentation of a client. I think he probably had it written down somewhere. And
could have
again. He's
Could
gonna
have.
be like, "Hey, Peter."
Yeah.
And Pete's gonna be like, "What? You remember who I am?" I'm like, "Yeah, I got all the paperwork."
Yeah.
He didn't erase my paper.
Yeah, I said I forgot. I stumbled on
Begs the
these
question:
files.
how would he read it?
Braille. He probably. I'm assuming he. I just put my hand across it. But you know what I mean.
The raised ink. I can tell from the raised ink.
Begs the question, why don't we do that? Fuck Braille, just raise all the fucking lettering.
Yeah, right? You can just... So...
My favorite is the fact that almost every drive-thru offers...
Braille at the ATM.
Braille at the ATM, yeah. Braille at the drive-thru. I mean, I understand it because most people are in the passenger
all the
seat
friends. These are all the friends listed of Daredevil. The very top one, labeled as close friend, is Spider-Man. Then Elektra, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Black Widow, Jessica Jones, Captain America, Ant-Man, Wasp, Captain Marvel, Wolverine, X-23, Shang-Chi, Dagger, The Thing. There's Foggy, Kirsten McDuffie, which I don't remember what that one is. Echo, Moon Knight, The Punisher, and just all of the Avengers.
Kirsten's
so literally
currently
anybody
working
can
with
fucking
in the TV show as the lawyer.
Okay, that's okay.
Because she's...
So is she anybody?
Yeah, she's a love interest. And
yeah, she's
is that it?
A functioning part of the law firm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's nothing important. I'm curious Because Daredevil does deal with not a lot, but a decent amount of spooky, supernatural, ghosty type stuff.
I hope we get Typhoid Mary.
No, Kristen McDuffie is his partner, not his love interest.
He said love interest. Don't point at me.
Oh, I thought you said
In the
love
comics.
interest. In the comics?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no.
No, I just said she's in the TV show 'cause she hooked him up with the therapist.
Yes. Who's the therapist?
I think she's just a made-up character.
I think it was a storyline connection that they had fun writing in there.
She is in, her first appearance was in Daredevil as a love interest, Daredevil 126 in July of 1975.
Nice. I'll have to go back and read that.
I almost thought that this said Heather first appeared when she banged the apartment. It says barged.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know, right? She was a tag-along, revealed to have been under the influence of Purple Man, which is the villain from the first season of Jessica Jones.
David Tennant.
Yeah.
Could we get David Tennant back?
To say both Matt and Heather's careers, Foggy and Black Widow, help out. So yeah, no, she's got a history. She's got a history. She makes a voice cameo in Daredevil, in the 2003 Daredevil with Ben Affleck.
Really?
Yeah. Voiced by an uncredited actress.
That's interesting.
So, well, that's fun. I would not be shocked if by the end of this season we get cameos by Luke Cage and Jessica Jones. I don't think we get Iron Fist.
No.
But I think we get the other two.
I can't remember what that therapist lady's name is.
Heather?
Oh, it's Heather, okay.
Yeah, Heather Glenn.
For some reason I thought it was a different name.
No, Heather Glenn.
Because Mark also in the comics has a therapist, so I was going to laugh if they had the same therapist.
Oh my god, that would be fantastic.
Because then we could tie that in.
Yeah.
Kind of like the night nurse from the Netflix shows.
Oh, yeah. Claire, was it Claire?
Yeah, Claire.
Yeah, Claire. Rosario Dawson's character.
Yeah, now Ahsoka.
Yep.
Yes.
Let's see her show.
Do you
up
think
in
we'll get
Daredevil
the
as
hand?
Ahsoka.
To be present, like the group.
The
What about the
organization.
foot?
Yeah, that's Turtles.
The Foot Clan is the Turtles.
That's in New York, though. Come on.
The hand
foot,
is...
mouth.
And
disease.
foot mouth. The hand's Mark Henry's baby. Didn't we already have the hand? Aren't they the bad guy? No.
Yes.
Did we had the hand?
Was that the hand in Captain America, Winter Soldier, or whatever the fuck?
I wasn't the hand. I was thinking Hawkeye.
Was it Shang-Chi?
The
I
hand.
don't
was,
even remember who the hand is.
The hand was when they're trying to get the super soldier serum, isn't it? Is that the fucking bad guys? I don't
Maybe.
Psylocke is a member. Sabretooth's a member.
Really, of the hand?
Yeah.
White
Tiger and Wolverine.
The hand is the bad guy in the Defenders. The Daredevil, Iron Fist, Jessica Jones.
Which
Luke
they've been
Cage.
kind of flippant about, because I've heard,
The hand.
what
I
is his
thought
name?
it was-
Charlie Cox, who plays Daredevil,
Mm.
say that this is not technically a continuation, hence the name Born Again. But I've heard showrunners say it is.
Again!
But I've heard showrunners say that it's a continuation of the Netflix series. So I have no clue what is actually canon and not.
So the hand is like the bad guy through
The Defenders.
the first 2 seasons of Daredevil, the first season of Iron Fist, and the Defenders show.
Because the hand attacks Kunlun. Kunlun. Or how?
Watch your mouth. Kung Loon.
Kung.
Kung?
There's
Kung.
no G in it. It's Kunlun.
Kung?
Kunlun. I literally have it pulled up because I was looking up the hand.
Kung?
Kun.
Kung Lu. Kunlun.
Where was it at?
You need the voice. You need the Google speech.
I'm trying my damnedest not to say a bunch of filthy.
Right there. Kunlun.
Oh, Kunlun.
I'm
Kunlun?
trying to like.
Could you
Kunlun, Kunlun, however you want to say it.
Coochie,
But
coochie,
there's
coo.
no G in it, you jackass.
Coochie coo?
And now we're and now we're just getting
Cheaper townhomes!
and now we're just getting offensive.
I think I'm gonna change my name on Marvel Rivals to Cheaper Townhomes.
I don't know. They might have a character limit on how long it can be.
Oh, well,
You can try though.
I thought
it's
about
only 500 credits.
doing Iron Fist Main as my name, just so that they would ban Iron Fist every time I play.
You've brought up Marvel Rivals, now I get to talk. I tried not to bring it up because it's all I fucking play. I'm getting hate banned way too much with my name and my little title card being
yeah.
Moon Knight.
Really?
Like every third game, Moon Knight's getting banned, and when I'm like, "Why the Moon Knight banned?" Everyone just, my team and the enemy team's response is, "Look at your name, look at your level, look that you have Lord. We don't care."
Nice.
I'm like, this is dumb. I hate this. I'm gonna have to fucking make my title card like Black Widow or something and be do what you said. Be like Black Widow main.
Oh yeah. Just change your name to Red Room.
Red Room. I am the Red Room.
Oh yeah, the Red Room.
Red Room and change it to Black Widow, and then you're good to go. Or what's a character that you've never played?
I don't think I have a minute on Adam Warlock.
There you go. You
Warlock.
can just do Golden Boy and change your thing to.
I haven't played fucking Cloak and Dagger. But
Really?
I have not. I think I should buy the pimp suit, but never switch to her.
just play
Pimp Daddy.
Just play Pimp Cloak.
Yeah.
I've been seeing people on TikTok make jokes with that skin and Cat Williams from, I think it's Boondocks or whatever, the animated TV show.
Oh, yeah.
And people are just putting outrageous clips together.
Oh, that's a.
So Daredevil, do you think that this is going to? It's too early with the 2 episodes.
Say it anyways. You got half the sentence out.
Do you think that it'll end up leading to him being in the MCU? Do you think that, like, I mean, obviously he's in the MCU, but leading to him being
more
like
prevalent?
in Secret Wars?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Do you think?
He'll 100%.
Someone's gonna need a lawyer for that.
I say, do you think they hold him off until Secret Wars, or do you think he comes in like sometime between Doomsday and Secret Wars?
He is an Avenger.
He is an
And
Avenger.
he-
I was also
sometimes.
going to say technically
Not
they
currently.
could give him a cameo.
Is he the new Avengers Hawkeye?
No, he is a new Avenger in the sense of when they call him the New Avengers, because there is a clear group of different.
Yeah, but
Avengers
is he
and
the
stuff.
Hawkeye of the new
No.
Avengers?
No.
Like,
He's considered more
Say
of a
that
leader
again.
role.
Say that. Hawkeye. No, he can't see things from my vantage point.
yeah, but is he gonna be that character that
No,
like
he's
everybody
considered a leader.
forgets?
Like
Okay.
he's kind of like how
Everybody
Captain America and Tony
Everybody
were like
forgets.
the head of the
Okay,
Avengers.
all right.
You don't forget him until you look and see an arrow go.
yeah.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Yeah, it's so
We could see him as what I was getting to is since Fantastic Four takes place in New York, he could cameo in that.
yeah, but
That's an alternate universe.
Yeah, it's an
but-
alternate universe, and you're talking 50s and 60s.
That doesn't matter. He's still.
Hi, Matt Murdock here. Here's my quote. Would you need a lawyer?
Actually, that could be a thing just because of the fact of the theory is that, the public's
Hey,
concerned
Sarah, here's
that because I've watched New Rockstars and they're pretty sure that we're gonna see the children of
The Corn.
What's Ice Cube got to do with this?
Mr. Fantastic and Sue Storm because she visually walks like she has a pregnant stomach, but it looks
And
like
it's Daredevil. She's birthing Daredevil.
No, what I was gonna say is
It's just a corn cob up her ass.
Jesus fucking Christ, you two. The theory is that the theory is the reason they're showing people around the home and like, hey, look at what we do. We always have dinner here at 7 is because they're trying to show the public, show people, hey, we can raise children and be a normal family even though we're superheroes. If that goes to court, Matt Murdock or a relative of Matt Murdock could be a lawyer.
And there's a scene where Invisible Woman is actually moved. Like, she's trying to walk to someone, she actually moves. It's like, oh, yep, she's pregnant. I can tell.
Or maybe it's because she has the Malice outfit on underneath. And it's
There we go.
creeping up her crack real hard.
Creeping up real hard. So Matt Murdock is
She wasn't moving. She was just
I'm not saying it is. I'm saying it's like a possibility.
No, I'm
It's
saying,
getting rather-
because I'm reading his Wikipedia filmography, Matt Murdock is in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, the cartoon?
Daredevil is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Pete, close friend.
I haven't watched it.
I had to remember there's so much shit that happened in that show.
Yeah.
A lot of villains. I'll say a lot of
dude,
villains.
they threw villains at us nonstop.
It's like every episode's a fucking villain. It's like, da, 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 da.
Well, that's the way cartoons always
Oh,
were. It was always, you beat
There was
the
a new
hell out
villain
of him.
every episode,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Beat
yeah.
the hell out of him, get this one down, and then it's like, he's back.
So now, is that canon?
Yeah, that show's canon. I mean, it's another MCU title. It's just in another alternate universe.
Okay, so it's not
Yeah.
the Sacred Timeline.
Everything and
God,
nothing is canon.
Watch the first episode. That it'll tell you right out the gate.
Okay, alright.
Just to tell you, Norman Osborn finds out that Peter is Spider-Man like that
Immediately.
Yeah, in the first episode, just because he changes outfits in a stairway
Yeah,
instead of.
He walks by, he's like, "Oh, you smell like Peter."
That could be taken so way.
Yeah, you smell
Like an old
Wow.
man saying that to a young boy. It's like,
Well, he's not really an old man in the show.
oh, he's not?
He's like
He's
his
like-
20s or...
He's a
Wait,
sexual
30s?
predator.
He's like
40s?
40s.
Okay.
He's a 40-year-old black man who's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Norman Osborn
Yes.
is black?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a billionaire.
Okay.
Runs Oscorp.
Mhm.
So, there is no mention of Daredevil being in either one of the Avengers movies. Like, he's not part of the cast on IMDb or Wikipedia.
We're still so
We're so behind.
far out from that.
Well, and they don't want us to know who's all
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they do.
They might kill him.
They might. Maybe he dies. Maybe Moon Knight kills him at the end of this season.
Yeah.
And then they have season 2 and
Yeah.
they call it Daredevil.
And
but
then
it's
Moon
only
Knight's
Moon
the
Knight.
villain for the rest of all of MCU forever.
Are we going? All right, we'll take the evil Moon Knight route where him and Khonshu try to take over the universe.
Yeah, but it's much worse because it's not Oscar Isaacs. It's just some guy that sucks.
It's like...
It's just some douchebag that we don't like. We
You
don't
love
like
to torture me about Moon Knight.
It's that Trevor guy.
Oh my god, Trevor Slattery.
Hello, I'm Moon Knight.
Hello, I'm Trevor.
I got these powers from the Egyptian god.
Who the fuck is Trevor?
He's not
From Iron Man 2?
That explains it. Didn't see
3. Iron Man
Yeah.
3.
The
That
fake
explains
Mandarin.
it. Didn't
Oh,
see it.
The fake Mandarin, and then the
Fake
Mandarin's
Mandarin.
prisoner.
And then, if you would be
Yeah.
cultured and watch Shang-Chi, he's in Shang-Chi.
Dude, Shang-Chi was so bad.
Did you watch it?
Yes.
All of it?
No.
So,
that's
yeah.
the problem. Yeah,
See?
you didn't catch it.
It all
'Cause
comes
he's in-
together at the
Yeah,
end.
it all comes together at the end, and he rescues this little fucking creature.
Only
I've
Because
seen
he's
cute.
Trevor.
I've seen the little fucking
Little
creature.
bird.
Well, he was the one
Flying
rescued.
butt.
He was the one that was
Yeah,
trapped
the
away.
flying butt.
it's a
The
little
flying
flying
ass.
The flying
furry
furry
four-legged
ass.
ass.
And then he's in the new show Wonder Man at the end of the year. Trevor is.
Yeah.
Because he's the director or the,
producer.
something of the
Yeah.
new show. The
Must have
Wonder
got his
Man
act
show.
together.
Because Wonder Man is based on
Wonder Man.
he's a stunt man that's in a TV show. Wonder Man.
It's like, hey,
I'm curious
we
for
wanted-
Wonder Man, but I know nothing about that motherfucker.
we wanted Ghost Rider, but they're gonna be like, you can have Wonder Man.
You get Wonder
God
Man.
damn it.
Yeah.
I was like,
You want Ghost
yeah,
Rider.
it's
you
like,
get
yeah, you
Wonder
guys want to
Man.
talk
Yeah.
about it? We can't.
Do you think we'll ever get Ghost Rider in the MCU?
If we don't,
Yeah, we will.
I mean, especially with Daredevil.
I'm sure that what he'll be is some sort of. They'll bring him in with the mutants at some point. When they do the mutant saga after they're done with this whole.
Is he
Secret Wars.
technically a mutant?
no.
No,
I was
but
gonna
they'll
say-
bring him in.
I was gonna say he's embodied
But
by
he,
something like Hell.
but he fits that whole. He fits that. I think he fits that saga better than
That
he does the
fucked
current
up
one.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, then he fits the current one.
I mean, I see that too.
Because they're not bringing him in for Secret Wars because Nick Cage refused to play him, I believe.
That was about to be my next question. Do you think we get Nick Cage again?
Yeah, I think
No.
Nick Cage refused to play him because of what happened with
Spirit of it.
them putting him in the Flash movie with the highlights of the Flash movie. Like they put his Superman thing, and he was like he didn't want that to happen again, so I believe that I heard that he had asked Marvel not to do that with Ghost Rider, and he did not want to come back. I could be totally wrong, but I know that he was not pleased with the whole Flash
he fucking hated the
because
Flash
he was
thing.
not. He didn't even know he was in it.
Yeah, until he saw it.
because they owned the footage, so they didn't have to tell him that he was in it. And
He
didn't
didn't
like that
get
at all.
no consent of here. Use my face.
Yeah, he didn't have to because they owned it. So
Yeah, I was gonna say none of those none of the flashbacks they had to get any consent for.
Wonder Man.
Yeah, back on Wonder Man.
Wonder
Is
Man.
it kind of like Wonder Woman but man form?
He was originally introduced. Let's go to his fictional character biography. Simon Williams is the son of a rich industrialist. Company profile to the biggest competitor is Tony Stark. His brother Eric, who
Andre?
turns into the Grim Reaper. Tries to embezzle funds. Pays his bail, Simon becomes blah blah blah. There's a lot.
It's like, how do you summarize all that? And just
Remained suspended in animation for years. During that period, Ultron, which in the comics is a robot built by Hank Pym and not Tony Stark, steals the brain patterns recorded by the Avengers. Used his brain patterns to create Vision. Ultron created Vision using the brain patterns from Wonder Man.
Huh.
In the comics.
Well, yeah.
He joined the Avengers in full capacity and becomes close friends with teammate The Beast. He helped form the West Coast Avengers. So he's an original member of the West Coast Avengers.
I was gonna say the only two members I know of the West Coast Avengers are Moon Knight and Tigra.
The team is founded by Avenger Hawkeye in response to a suggestion by fellow Avenger The Vision. Hawkeye recruits Mockingbird, Wonder Man, Tigra, and Iron Man, with the last actually being Jim Rhodes and not Tony Stark. The team would later take on Hank Pym. Their original foes are the Grim Reaper, which is the guy's brother, or Wonder Man's brother. Former Fantastic
Which I find
Four
it,
member The Thing and Heroine Firebird briefly aligned. At some point, I don't see Moon Knight in here at all.
I know he's been. I shouldn't say. I don't know if he's been a part of the West Coast Avengers. I know he's worked with them. I should say.
Yeah, it says right here, Moon Knight is gay. I'm just kidding. It doesn't say that. That's just my thoughts. Wow, that was impressive.
No, it wasn't. Shut up.
Powers and abilities. He gained superhuman powers due to chemical and radiation treatments with ionic energy by Baron Zemo. Which there's no way that that's what happens to him in the thing, because Baron Zemo is on the island.
The raft.
Irrelevancy. Paul Heyman rescues him from the islands of irrelevancy.
You're talking about the Islands of Irrelevancy bringing up Paul Heyman.
Who doesn't love Paul Heyman?
He's irrelevant right now in this conversation.
Wonder Man's voiced by Phil Lamar in Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. You know who Phil Lamar is?
No.
Yeah, that guy from Mad TV.
Yeah.
The black dude.
Yeah.
Like, he was kind of this.
He was in Pulp Fiction, right?
Yep.
I feel like Dad's just going through Wikipedia trying to find another link going, do you know who this man is? Do you know who this man is?
Why not, right?
And did we become a Wikipedia
From
podcast?
the Justice League series.
Yes. What?
I said, did we become a Wikipedia
Phil Lamar
podcast?
is like one of those people who's done a lot.
He's done a lot of voices.
Yeah.
A lot of voices, yeah, throughout the years. Mostly DC
Yeah.
because their animated universe is just
But
massive.
not lame ass Moon Knight.
Massive. But he never voiced Moon Knight.
No.
Like, they asked him to, and he was like, I cannot.
I heard Will Arnett even turned it down.
That fucker will voice anybody.
Will Arnett, you fucking twat. You guys are dicks.
Is he like Batman? Is he part of like the Batman cast? Because I think the
Will Arnett's
He
Lego
is
Batman.
Batman.
Yeah,
Is he
he
Batman?
is. He is
He is
Lego Batman.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually
The best
The best Batman.
I had heard that they were gonna cast Stephen Hawking as the voice of Moon Knight because it was the closest thing to what they imagined Moon Knight sounds like.
You are retarded.
I am Moon Knight.
Don't you give me your strength?
Sorry. That's
Why am I getting shit on today?
Turns out he can walk. It's just one of his personalities can't.
I fucking hate you. What?
turns out he can walk. He's just stuck in fucking.
What of his personality?
He's stuck. The Stephen Hawking personality can't walk. But if he jumped into his Mark Spector personality, he could.
He's like a fucking secret agent all of a sudden.
He's double in a wheelchair.
The best part is I don't know how to work this into the title.
Oh man.
How did we get on this?
I don't know, but the title should be, would you cast Stephen Hawking as Moon Knight?
You say, the
Only
Moon
if Stevie
Knight hate is
Wonder's
strong.
Stevie Wonder's Daredevil. That's what makes sense.
Superstition.
He never makes and Stevie Wonder doesn't use a K, and I think that's
Was he really blind?
superhero enough. Oh god, we're gonna get into the weather.
I mean, he rides a bicycle pretty well.
We could go Ray Charles as
I've heard that name. Who the fuck's Ray Charles?
he's blind.
He's blind.
He's the guy that Stevie Wonder ripped off.
Yeah, Ray Charles.
Is this the same kind of story like Bob Ross ripping off his mentor?
No, they both got famous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bob Ross just buried his mentor.
Yeah, he did. He buried that motherfucker in the dirt.
Yeah,
Underneath some happy trees.
Did you know there's a theory about Bob Ross that he's a serial killer and all those sceneries that he was painting were all the places he buried the bodies?
Every Bob Ross painting I've ever seen looks like the same one.
I disagree highly with that.
So
I watched
that's
Bob
great.
Ross live on Twitch.
Yeah, it's
Is he
always,
still alive?
No,
Oh,
Then you don't watch it live on
I
Twitch.
watch it live on Twitch.
You
There
do
is-
not watch it
There
live
is
on
a
Twitch.
man who is
he
live.
watches a guy that watches.
You watch as a...
No, there's no guy there. The guy is the guy who set up the stream. Whether he owns it or he's pirating it, he has all of the Bob Ross catalog that he just plays on a loop 24/7.
I'm not
watch it
saying
live.
I'm not saying that you're not watching the television and the television is not.
I'm watching a
live.
live feed of
Bob Ross is not currently painting
No.
that fucking
No,
picture.
I'm watching a live feed of watching Bob Ross paint.
Paint from 40
Even
fucking
before
years
the
ago.
afro that he has?
I don't think he even painted live ever. I think everything was
I don't think-
pre-recorded.
I don't
Yeah, I
think
was
he
gonna
did.
say you just
I don't
did
think he did.
pre-recorded TV.
Can you watch? Oh man.
There's also
Can you watch
a-
Julia Child make like
I don't know.
duck confit?
I doubt it.
Ooh.
People just love the Bob Ross one because it's became a fucking meme on Twitch. Like you can go in there and type a command and it'll tell you how many times he smacked the devil out of the paintbrush. Because every time he wets his brush to like clean the paint off, every time he goes, you gotta dap it, dry it, and then you gotta smack the devil out of it and smacks it against his easel like 5 fucking times.
I don't know that I've ever actually sat down and watched an episode of Bob Ross.
I've watched hours of Bob Ross on my second monitor. While I'm playing a game, I'll just have Bob Ross up.
Never once painted a fucking picture.
No, I haven't.
Never once. Not. Yeah.
No. And I've watched hours of Bob Ross, goddamn.
Could you paint a picture?
Fuck no.
I think I could try.
Do you want it to be
Don't worry. So this week, after we get done doing this, Levi on our Patreon, Levi's getting a colonic camera. Next week,
another one?
Next week, that was my announcement for this week. So this week that's happening. Next week on Patreon, he'll be painting happy trees.
With his
Bob Ross.
asshole.
Yeah, with his asshole. With his asshole. Paintbrush up his ass. He'll be holding the paint swatches in his mouth. And it'll be exciting. It'll be exciting. I'm just telling you. So get on our Patreon and pay that extra money and subscribe to our Patreon. It's only
if you
$49. It's only $49.99 an episode.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic. Yeah.
And we mail a DVD to you.
We do. We're the Netflix of YouTube.
We're the original Netflix of podcasting.
Yeah. So we will.
Don't worry, we'll get to streaming in about 7 years.
We'll change our name to Redbox soon.
We will.
You can make so much money buying old red boxes because most of those movies will sell. Like because of there's 5,000 movies in a red box. And each one you can sell for like $5.
Yeah.
And most red boxes you can buy because Redbox went under, so nobody owns those red boxes anymore. The company is bankrupt, closed, done.
Somebody owns them.
No one will claim ownership of them. The stores won't. The stores where they're posted at will not claim ownership, and nobody will come out and claim ownership.
So do you just
people are just like store owners are just selling them. I've seen like Reddit.
Can you then just swipe and get the movie and never take it back?
I mean, I don't know if the box even works anymore. They're breaking open the box and getting all the
Isn't there one still up by Walgreens, or did they remove that one? Is there one at CVS?
Last time I looked when I drove past, I could have swore I still saw the red box there.
I don't even. Is my PS5 a DVD player? It is, isn't it?
Yes.
I knew it played Blu-rays.
No, it's a video game console.
It's a video game console, but I didn't know if it played DVD.
Oh, it does.
Is this sandwich a bowl of soup?
Is the ocean
Go ahead.
Is the ocean a
Just
soup?
remember, humans are technically calzones.
Way to kill a conversation.
You went soup and
Are they though?
I just said something, man. I don't
Okay, alright. I thought maybe you were serious, and I'm like, I don't remember being baked.
You went into natural.
Hi-oh!
Say boost.
We're gonna have to sage this room after this.
We need to save the saving for after you get the on-air colonic and the.
I'm
you
not
paint
gonna
that-
have any
you
sage
paint-
after
you-
that.
You paint that. You paint that picture with your asshole.
Did Deadpool 2 did like a thing with Bob Ross?
You've got the Deadpool Bob Ross, don't you?
Yeah, it's in the other
The other
room.
room.
But did they do like a trailer thing, like promoting Deadpool 2 as Deadpool as Bob Ross?
I don't remember that.
I know.
I do remember I bought him a Funko, or somebody bought him a Funko.
I think it was you.
So, what are we at?
50.
Oh, okay. We kind of went off the rails.
Yes,
a
they
little bit.
did. Wet on wet teaser.
Daredevil was
Okay.
great. We liked it. Next.
Yeah, Daredevil was great. We liked it. We enjoyed
10
it.
out of 10.
Not next. We're still waiting for another 7 episodes.
We are.
Next episode.
They're filming season 2 right now.
Yes, I did know that they are season 2. I think has a release date already.
Well, that means several key people won't die.
You don't know.
Yeah.
I said several.
Yeah, probably not. And then so this ends, and then we go right into Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
And then right after Thunderbolts is we wait a couple of months. We got Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
So MCU's cooking right now. I think they're doing pretty well.
They're cooking with fire.
Their crossover, I think, with Magic seems to be going well.
I don't know about that.
I thought the Secret Lair stuff was cool, and
They
I
were
think
nice.
the Marvel
You know,
stuff.
for the people that could get them.
Secret Lair
extra
stuff was good, but it was a bad execution.
Yeah, it was.
The
Well,
cartoon
that wasn't
stuff
on
was
Marvel.
great.
That was on Magic.
That's all Wizards of the
Yeah.
Coast.
However, the product lineup, it looks kind of fucking dog shit and limited for Spider-Man.
For Spider-Man.
And like, I'm kind of, it seems like it might be telling of the set's quality and the number of things in the set. They don't have that many products, then there's probably not that many things in the actual fucking set.
Well, they do have the collector and the boosters, and then they've got the
pictures,
scene box, and the bundles.
There's no Commander precons, which means
There's the 4 or 5
Yeah.
welcome decks, though.
that means there's no Commander cards.
Correct.
Nothing that's straight to Commander specific cards.
Correct.
Well, this is something the design team has been vocal about because we used to only get one set of precons a year, but
Right.
with all the sets, and this
That's stupid though. One a year's.
yeah, we used to get one
I
annual,
understand.
one a year.
I understand skipping some, but
I
when
wonder if they,
everything is
but
so
they're-
focused on
they're-
one fucking character or one hero, like I'm sorry, but Tarkir would have been the one to not have commander decks for.
and they've got 5.
They've got 5.
They've got 5.
Like that is just too fucking much. And you can have all the dragons in a fucking set and not them be
yeah, they've got,
specific
they've got
for any-
5 commander decks. for
Those
Tarkir.
treatments are
Is
fucking
it
all
because
over the
the
place.
clans?
But what I was gonna say is the design team has always been very open about even if they're not doing like a commander precon
Yeah.
for something, they design cards around the set specifically
yeah.
for commander
Yeah.
stuff.
They know it's not going to work. You know, certain CMCs don't work in certain formats.
Yeah.
Certain rarities, like you can't make rares for fucking Popper and shit like that. But I think from a design side, if every set was a in-universe set, then that's okay to take 1 or 2 out and not do precons. But since some of them are universes beyond, I think you need to do that with your more traditional Magic sets and give us the fucking Spider-Man Commander deck. Like, even if it's fucking 1, like why wouldn't you like the whole
I don't
point of
disagree,
universes
especially-
beyond are
I don't understand why you wouldn't do a good and an evil.
Yeah, a
That
fucking hero and a villain.
Yeah, I don't understand why you wouldn't at least do a hero and a villain.
Mhm.
You know, if it's Spider-Man, like to me, the best Spider-Man
Venom
villain
symbiotes.
is I wouldn't even have done symbiotes. I would have done like Doc Ock, like because to me that's like.
Are you kidding me? A 5-color null deck with all the symbiotes.
Or you
That
could
would
do
be-
that.
I think
you
that
could
would
do
be
that.
fucking. It'd be like reminiscent of Slivers.
But
or fucking
yeah,
something, you know what I mean?
Eldrazi.
Oh, the
Eldrazi.
The symbiotes are going to be a fucking. I'm hoping they're going to be a menace like Slivers and
I hope so
Eldrazi.
too.
But yeah, I mean, I don't understand why you wouldn't do a hero and a villain for Spider-Man. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
They did it for Doctor Who.
And I know
They did
Dustin
the Doctors
will be,
and an evil.
I know
Yeah.
Dustin would be angry with me hearing me state this, but I don't understand why the fuck you give Final Fantasy commander decks and you don't give Spider-Man commander decks.
That's another one. And
No
there's several
offense.
sets through the
I know
year.
Final Fantasy has insane people that love it, like Clint, like Dustin, but Marvel, especially nowadays, is it's always been on a high rise, but it's up here, dude. Like, give them all of the premium product. They should be the ones that have, like, especially after the Secret Lair bullshit. That should be the set that has the normal commanders, the premium commander decks.
Do you think they really just completely fuck over their fan base, and when they go to release Universes Beyond Spider-Man, they do the Secret Lair is the commander deck?
I'll be pissed.
No. I mean, do you think... Because, I mean, they...
No, I am assuming the commander deck is going to be SpongeBob, because that's been spoiled for so long.
Yeah.
I hope not. In all honesty, I hope the fuck it isn't, because I would rather a bunch of characters. Like, give me a bunch of random characters that could all be a commander deck.
Yeah.
Well, what they could do...
But I'm thinking of SpongeBob's.
I mean, if you make SpongeBob 5 colors...
Or is he going to be the next seasonal Hatsune Miku? Where they did 4 fucking secret layers
that could
over
be.
the course of a year.
Yeah. I would think that the next secret layer pre-con that you build around SpongeBob makes sense.
Or Avatar.
But if they do
SpongeBob
like the
makes
Hatsune
sense.
Miku...
I think Avatar is like, that is easy pickings just for a regular set, and you're going to get, what is it? Earth, Wind, Fire.
Well, here's the thing: are they going to put
fucking
commander decks with that shit? And then they should fucking not. If they're not going to give Spider-Man commander decks, then I don't think.
Is that a regular set, or I thought it was secret?
No, it's a full fucking.
Oh,
set.
it's a full fucking set.
It's a full set.
It's a full set.
Avatar is a full set.
I thought it was secret layer.
No,
shit.
it's a Universes Beyond.
It's their last.
It's the last set of the year. Yeah.
I bet you in next year's. I bet you they dial back their Universes Beyond next year.
It depends on the reception.
The big one.
I think, like, dude, this one's a rough year. Like, they just saturated it so fucking hard, and I'm like.
But I will say, and
I like some of them, but it's mud.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, and you can make this argument for the past Universes Beyond too. Granted, some of those were some bigger franchises, but like, not everyone's gonna give a fuck about the SpongeBob Secret Lair. Not everyone, like, I don't give a flying fuck about Final Fantasy. I'll buy the powerful cards in it, or what I deem good cards.
Yeah.
But I'll buy a couple collector boosters probably. I'll buy collector boosters for the chance of getting the like fancy, pricey cards.
The whole point of the Final Fantasy is. And it's a shame. You hit the nail on the head. Not that Magic players don't, I'm sure, love Final Fantasy, but the people that are gonna come out and spend obscene amounts of money on Final Fantasy are gonna be collectors.
Yeah.
Where Spider-Man are gonna be actual players.
Yes.
Like
we're wanting to fucking play with goddamn Marvel cards.
So they did kind of fuck that up. With the fact that it would have made more sense to make commander decks
Look at the
for
price.
the other one and just make cards that people are going to want to collect.
Look at the price.
I don't think you're going to
pull the Warhammer decks right now.
Right.
Sealed.
Right. I don't think you're going to
Yes.
pull in that fan base to play Magic. They're just going to come buy the fucking cards.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you got your guys like Dustin that plays and does the cards, which is great, but I don't think that there's an abundance of people that are like that.
$40 for a
Fuck, we were just at MagicCon and people were paying more and people were more excited and there was more of a buzz, and I get it was just announced, for fucking Last Airbender than there was Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy, and I hate being a dickhead, its fan base has done nothing but shrink because they can't release a good fucking game. They either can't release a good game, or the game ties so heavily into lore to please those that small ravaged fan base that they can't get anybody new because I have to play a 50-year-old fucking game. Obviously not actually, but I have to play
That's fucking close.
Remastered twice.
I'd say Final Fantasy 1 was for what? The original Nintendo?
Yeah.
Probably 40 years ago?
I guess
I think it was on something else, and I think that one got made again.
Was the
was
original
on, like,
Nintendo the
fucking-
remake?
No, it was the original. It would have been the original Nintendo. It would have been the Famicom.
Because I remember having Final Fantasy. I thought 1 and 2 for the original Nintendo.
1 and 2 were technically 3 and 4. You don't know about the
okay.
original first Final Fantasy was Japanese only release.
Okay.
And the second one was the same. And we didn't get a Final Fantasy over here until
1987.
Was it the third that came to America?
I think it was either the third or the fourth
40
one.
years.
Originally released for the NES, so it was the original Nintendo in 1987.
7 was only for PlayStation, right?
Final Fantasy was remade for several video game consoles and is frequently packaged as Final Fantasy 2. Versions and re-releases. It says 1987 and 1990.
Okay.
So,
And then they remade it in Japan in 89. This is acting like it was an original.
That's
was 87 Super Nintendo?
No, 87 was NES. I'm looking at the artwork now.
Oh no, Super Nintendo's like 90. Early 90s?
Yes.
Yeah, originally for the NES. Was made several times. Yeah, I mean, it's not saying it was a remake.
Final Fantasy Famicom, 1987. That's Final Fantasy without numbers at all anywhere around it. And then Final Fantasy 1 and 2 came out in 94 for the Famicom, being the Japanese.
Well, that's 87 Nintendo Final Fantasy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The Famicom was made by Nintendo. These are Japanese releases that never came to the United States. They were never imported out of the country of Japan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like a Final Fantasy. Then there was Final Fantasy 1 and 2, which was when it came out for the NES. Because, there was a whole section of Nintendo that's just held secret to Japan.
Right.
And not held secret in the sense it just was never distributed here because it needed to be rebranded and remarketed.
That the Japanese love to give themselves the special shit.
Yeah, so, the Western culture at the time was known for not caring for
That's true,
Final
too.
Fantasy style games, and it was kind of it was revolutionizing certain types of gameplay. Yeah. Just never sold over here.
Right.
We needed a big giant animal or fucking blue-collar worker.
Yeah, basically.
Plumbers.
Plumbers, nice.
How I knew about Final Fantasy was because of Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
That's how I knew about Final Fantasy, because of Kingdom.
I learned about it it was when they finally started bringing more shit here.
I'm pretty sure I had the first one for Nintendo.
We had
Nintendo
one of them
64
on a
stuff.
Game Boy.
Final Fantasy Tactics, Game Boy Advance, maybe.
Yes, it was Game Boy Advance. I do know that.
I love that fucking game. That was one of my favorite Game Boy games.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I wasn't huge into the whole fantasy role-playing games on original Nintendo, but I think I had Final Fantasy.
Mine was Spyro, Fire
So,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, where are we at?
An hour.
I think we're good, right?
Yes.
All right, cool. All right. So yeah, this has been our episode of Random Talk along with Daredevil Born Again, and so if you're watching on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, hit notifications, do all that fun shit. If you're listening anywhere else, do all the same. We appreciate you guys, and I'm Nick.
I'm Brad. I'm Levi.
I'm Nate.
And this has been Pints and Pages.